Hello TikTok. Today we are going to continue the exposing of the sabotage done against my life. Like I was telling you in the first video, the corporate sabotage was created by a toxic team leader, which was collaborating with a neighbor, which was actually a co-worker of mine on the same corporation at that time. This blonde neighbor collaborated with my family, which were were responsible with giving them informations about what I was going to do, what I was planning, and they were talking to me on WhatsApp, and they were giving information to this blonde neighbor and to this team leader in order to find out if I'm planning to sue them in a lawsuit, to start a lawsuit against them, because they knew I knew. So my family betrayed me with these people and collaborated all the time while talking to me and lying to me in my face. And I told them, stop this shit now. But they didn't listen. They thought I was I was joking that I am going to expose everyone. I didn't joke. I will expose you all. So, how did I find out? In 2023, in the summertime, I decided to spend a few weeks in my hometown, and I gathered my stuff. I put everything in my car, and while I was carrying stuff into my car, the phone started ringing. My family was informed by the blonde neighbor that I am leaving somewhere, and they needed to find out where. So my family called me to find out what I'm going to do. I didn't answer to them. I didn't, because I knew they were in cahoots. So my family became desperate and put somebody else to call me. I had a friend from my hometown, and he called me also. I didn't answer to him, and he put his brother to call me also. I didn't answer to this guy either. So they were desperate to find out where I'm going, because I was escaping from the surveillance team that was watching me. And I did. I left the hometown. I left to my hometown, and I stayed there for, I think, 2 months or something like this. But while I was at my hometown, the remote connections continued on my personal laptop. This team leader with all this group hacked my Wi-Fi, even from where I was staying. I was following at that time a course of quality assurance software, and on Saturday I had this meeting with all my colleagues where we were learning everything, and they were connecting to my laptop at that time. The course was about 2 hours or something like this, and they were connecting to my laptop to see what I'm doing in there, and they were moving my mouse and trying to create problems in order for me to not be able to fulfill my tasks on this course. And why my family did this? Because they are jealous and envious. And I think they were promised money from this corporation, this group. I don't know exactly. So I know that at one time that I was talking to a woman on Facebook. This remote connection happened again, and they saw my discussion on Facebook with this woman. And this woman was my friend that I had a short relationship. She was one of my neighbors, and they saw this connection and this discussion on Facebook with her, and they were happy that they found out that we broke up. And after a while, this woman came back into my neighborhood because she left town. She came back to my neighborhood, and she went upstairs to the surveillance team, which I think they were her friends, and they talked about how can we stop this guy. And I heard them from my apartment. They said that they need to cut the internet connection from now on, because they couldn't stop me with these remote connections, and they couldn't find out absolutely anything illegal. So after a while, they started to cut the internet connection when I was getting very urgent task to do. They were in cahoots with this corporate group. The Masonic group was in cahoots with this corporate group. And together they were collaborating through this blonde neighbor and with my family also. And the remote connections, they were cutting my internet. After a while, I realized that I can do my job by connecting to my hotspot, internet connection from my phone. And they realized that after a month, they realized that I was working from my phone. So what did they do? This Masonic group mounted on the fiber connection a device in the building, and they were stopping the internet right from the building. And also they started to cut the internet from my phone. On my phone, when I had this problem, it showed me a red X on the signal icon. And because I had to work, I was taking my laptop and going to free internet hotspots in parking lots to do my job. And after I was getting out exactly out of this building blocks neighborhood, the signal reappeared on my phone. So the jamming of my signal was happening right there in the neighborhood. They had jamming devices. The surveillance team had jamming devices mounted upstairs for my phone to have to stop my signal. Okay, sorry. So my family had a big role in this, because they were the informants of these two groups of sabotage. And the fact is that they saw this conversation of mine with this woman. It bothered me very, very much, because they gave their self up. I mean, they exposed themselves that they know that we broke up, even though I didn't tell them anything about this. They saw the conversation on my Facebook when I was connected when they connected remotely.